Well, let's discuss what to expect from France with Roland Dumas, who was the country's foreign minister for 7 years in Mitterrand's cabinet. Mr. Dumas, thank you so much for joining us here on RT International to discuss these latest revelations. Well, just looking at the current context, the situation that we have at hand here, it seems that everyone is spying on everyone. So what is your opinion on the situation? Do you think WikiLeaks revelations were known to the French government anyway?
Well, regarding the events of this morning, it is a very difficult situation. I'm not surprised for that. I'm shocked, awfully shocked, by the behavior of the American authority, but I'm not surprised. Since I said several times ago that we are in a wrong way with the relation of Russia, and we must be different way to talk with the Russian friends and to be more careful with the American.
So you were the French foreign minister. Let's now go back a few years and perhaps we'll analyze what the reaction could have been back then to something like this, to the revelations that you're dealing with in France today. What would have been the official reaction? What do you think?
Well, I think we have to change our politics. This is a part of France because as we have joined the Commandement Intégré in the Atlantic Treaty, it was written that there will be a shock decision one day, and this is arrived today.
Do you think this could escalate into a diplomatic scandal? Do you see the situation developing in that direction?
I don't understand what you said. Excuse me.
The revelations today about spying on Hollande, do you think France's reaction to it in the days and probably weeks to come will escalate into a major international scandal, or will it quiet down? What do you think will happen?
Well, I read that the French government will react on that, but it's too weak, because we are weak in the relation with the American people. It has been written since years and months that it is now since 3 mandates from the French president that we decided to join the Commandement Intégré, and we are not free in this always in this situation.
Well, you know, it's also interesting that today the French Parliament is set to decide on a bill broadening state surveillance. Will the revelations have any impact on the vote today? What do you think?
Well, I think it will be just begin. We will see what will be the reaction today, tomorrow, and the days after. But I'm surprised. Well, I would say I would be inclined to say that it won't be weak enough. We will start strong enough.
Well, you see, we sometimes deal with situations where we have the official reaction that comes from politicians, the political side, and then the reaction that comes from ordinary people. How will they react to what's going on? Do you think their reaction will be vocal?
It would be necessary to have a very strong reaction, very strong one, like the General de Gaulle decided to do it after the years of 50s and 60s. It was very difficult relation with America. We are in the same situation today. But we are not with the General de Gaulle. He is dead since a long time.
Well, certainly, Mr. Roland Dumas, it was great talking to you, and it was great to have your thoughts here on RT International. Former French Foreign Minister Roland Dumas talking to us here.